Hi, this is Robert Fass, and it's my pleasure to be back behind the mic for AudioFile, this time to talk about Jonathan Rauch's recent book, The Happiness Curve, Why Life Gets Better After 50. The subtitle gives you a clue why life gets better, not how. It's not a how-to book, not a feel-good, fix your broken life kind of a book. It's a much more intelligent approach to a real phenomenon, which is that in our lives we have a track to our level of happiness, and that track goes downward from adolescence down and reaches bottom in our 40s, when most of us have a certain level of accomplishment and are kind of settled in our lives, our family lives, our work, but there's a discontent. But that it then begins to track upwards, regardless of our station in life, regardless of our employment status, whatever it might be. Our contentment begins to track up in our 50s and continues up into old age. So it's a really interesting idea, and it's backed with a great deal of empirical data. This is really kind of a simple fact. He looks at it all over the world, and he's got a lot of case studies which are quite fascinating and engaging. It's a very encouraging book, and people who've listened to the book have written to say that they feel validated, that they feel hopeful, that it confirms ideas and feelings they've had about the changing levels of happiness in their own lives. So I think he's onto something, and I hope you will give it a listen. And more than that, I hope that you'll find it helpful if you're maybe not at the highest point on that track. Maybe you're somewhere in that trough that he talks about, that it will give you some encouragement and some hope that, in fact, things do get better.